the fuck is this? What are we looking at on this flag? On an American Army base, right? An Army airfield. That's some kind of castle, yo. Look at this. They got this little small headquarters set up. It looks like they're building some shit here. But this time it's not going to be to add to the airfield. They didn't have this flag flying when they were doing this shit before. And they built some other buildings back there. This has a weird energy feel to it. They can do all this shit really quick. Whatever this is, they're all working fast. They're gonna have this done within 2 months, whatever it is. 3 months at the most. Y'all don't know how quick they can put this housing shit up now. And this temporary housing, they can really throw it up quick. They're flattening shit out here and doing something. They're creating an access road to the fucking railroad tracks, all right? Y'all see that? Access road to the railroad tracks, right out to the fucking building they're building over there with a flag with a fucking castle on it, okay? Now it's probably a company logo, granted. But still, this kind of shit spooks me out because the energy on it. It's not because of what they're doing, it's because of the energy behind what they're doing. Because, well, you know, there's entities who can't be happy unless they make others suffer. If they make others sad and suffer, you know, that's what their happiness, that's the parameters of their happiness. You know, I mean, it's on all levels. It's not just poor people. It's not just people from a church. It's not just gangsters and thugs and meth junkies. It's not just the omissive who, you know, they're zombies to everything that's happening, so they're oblivious and they don't care about nothing, you know? It's not just them. But you see, we've covered a whole lot with them because that's a whole lot of the population right there, isn't it? Yeah, these guys are about to lay cement back here. What did they do? Kill a bunch of people and lay them in a mass grave out here? And now they're about to fucking cover that shit up with a road. See, they always move quick like they're trying to hide something. When these fuckers do this shit, they move really fast. And sometimes when you drive through an area, you can smell the death and feel the death energy. Like the spirits calling out from beneath the throne. You know, when, Lord, oh when. Fuck, we're almost to the marathon station. We could go a little bit further and just go get my cigarettes myself. I need to get cigarettes. I didn't intend to walk that damn far. He just keeps walking. Come on, let's go back this way. Come on. He doesn't consider that he's got to walk back. He gets destination bound. Little dogs do that. And you have to, like, protect them from themselves. They'll overexert themselves. There could be 100,000 bodies buried there easy. 1 million even. And they're making heat-sealed fucking body bags in the prisons now. That's what the free labor's doing. Prison labor, whatever you want to call it. This flag's flying. Red flags like fucking China or some shit. For real. This is like Red Dawn shit, man. You know, on zombie level. Zombie Red Dawn. Kind of smells like a graveyard. Zombie Red Dawn. That's on American soil, yo. This is worse than Posse Comitatus right here, nigga. Ain't no question about that. And right now it smells like a carnival here. Like these motherfuckers they're making caramel apples and shit. I think he's confused by the smell of death. I really do. This shit is being manned and it's being done fast, yo. Like they gotta hurry up and hide the evidence or something. They may have caramel apples over there in one of the car lots. You know what's scary? Is when one of these guys looks over and sees me running my camera and looks at me with a scowl. Like fucking, I'm filming them doing something wrong. Got a guard. Gotta make sure nobody gets into that shit to sit and see it. People talk constitutional rights for years that have been gone for a long time. And then what's so funny about this is, okay, this is Posse Comitatus. It's always been here in Michigan because anywhere within 100 miles of a border of another nation, there is no constitutional law. It's a border patrol thing. And Michigan, all of it, on every side, except for the state side, the Wyoming side, or Wisconsin side, I'm sorry, all of it is surrounded by another nation. So there's really only like 100 miles of this state where you had, I mean, if you had it at all, where you had protection. You know, you had rights, constitutional rights. You never had those constitutional rights up near the water, unless you were over on the Wisconsin side. And then still, well, they regard that as a border. I looked at it on their little map. Even though it's the United States on the other side of the water, for some reason they still regard that as a no Constitution zone. So these are some things that the average American doesn't understand when they come into Michigan and they talk their constitutional rights have been violated. Michigan's used to operating that way because there never has been any constitutional rights for these motherfuckers here. And that's something that you don't figure out till you get older and you start researching. How come everybody else has constitutional rights except for Michigan residents? And there you have it. That's your answer. It's the Border Patrol laws. Just like the people down on the border by the Rio Grande. They don't realize they're within 100 miles of the border, so they don't have no constitutional rights. That's why they can do to them people what they want. They can hide it from the media. They don't have to file no charges, so it doesn't end up on the news. All that good shit. Well, I thought he'd want to go back after walking all that way. Should have just made him walk to the goddamn gas station if he's so energetic. So I just hate trying to get places to get shit, you know? I kind of am rebelling against being turned back into a scofflaw and a thug. Somebody that violates laws just because I don't agree with them. You see I have a mask around my neck. You know there's people who still won't do that. Well, because this mask thing ain't my fight. My fight is against the blood vein computer they're going to put in people's veins. That's when I have to make my stand. And I have to run really fast and far if I'm still alive to give them a run for their money. I know how to run, and I know how to make them search, and I know how to use up their fucking resources. And that's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to have thermal imaging repellent tarps that will just, they can't find us if we throw the tarp over our tent. You see, when they fly over us with their thermal imaging shit, it's like we need survival food. We need to do shit. And we're doing all kinds of dumb shit instead of that. If I had money, I'd be setting an example. I'd be showing you, hey, see me out here in the woods? This is just one of my bug out paths. Look at all this shit. And it's connected within 7 miles of another one via a fucking trail that we can take with an ATV. You see? Or a snowmobile. And you better believe they're not going to groom the snowmobile trails as good this year if they do it at all. They may just opt that, hey, we're not going to groom the snowmobile trails. Y'all shouldn't be out because there's this shit happening. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, then passage through the fucking woods is going to be really hard. People that are used to getting around out here on their snowmobiles in the wintertime, people that get around out here on ATVs in the summertime because of the trails, they're suddenly going to be trapped unless they, their snowmobiles can man the shit, and the first ones cut through the fucking shit and create a trail. This is an Army airfield. See them buildings there? They built that shit really quick too. That was back when they were talking martial law before. They put those buildings up in less than 4 months. Yeah. Some weird shit. Okay, we're almost done. Here, come over here and hit this shit. Come on. Come over here and pee over here, because we're leaving. We're going back to the room. Come on. Come on. I'll take you back out a little later. I want to go see if there's something we can do for lunch. Something interesting. Something different. It seems like they bought something different just for this occasion, just for this desire to have something different. My fucking neighbor keeps me up, man. And then fucking, there's people outside and, making noise. He wants to come out there and tell them to be quiet. It's like, wait a minute, you keep people up for days at a time with your giggly ass dope hoes and shit. It's like, shit, you just need to shut up and stay in your house.